What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this video may find you. I'm Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1. Like the page, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, comment, let me know what y'all on. Let me know how y'all feel about the last two games going kind of crazy. What people didn't expect. Blunt money bets y'all playing. All that. Straight bets y'all playing. Let me know in the comments, man. And like I said, tell your peoples about it, like and subscribe to the page. I always gotta make sure I got my mic on. Alright, so quick recap of yesterday. 1-2 with 2 hooks. Austin Reeves continues to do what he does. That was expected, but LeBron just, I guess it had to come to an end. The problem with going on any great run, it's got to come to an end. So, we've been cashing with LeBron. I mean, it started a while ago with LeBron blocks. I remember we was playing Jimmy stocks with LeBron one block, probably 2 weeks ago. So we've been riding with LeBron. I can't be too upset that he hurt us. I wish he would have got a rebound. A 2-on-1 day would have been much better than a 1-2 day. But I digress. He got this 20 points, but he's finished with 7 rebounds and no blocks. So losing a there. And the first time, and I can't remember that we didn't hit one blunt money bet for the first time. It was just a weird game. We were really close. Hachimura was 2 points from hitting a blunt money bet. AD was like 2 points and a block from hitting a blunt money bet. I honestly, I just stopped look because all of them was it was a lot of them that was really close. So that's over. Time to start something new. And Jokic having foul trouble didn't help either. But yeah, time to start the new streak. Let's get it popping. I'm ready. I love my straights today. Love the blunt money bets today. So let's get into them. And we're going to recap where we at with some of these series blunt money bets that I gave out, the 4 of those. So still going to try and keep it a quick show. Keep it under 15 minutes. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, first play. We're going to go Kevin Love, under 11.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I got this at -105 at BetMGM. Or was it Caesars? Either way it goes, it's only at those two spots, BetMGM and Caesars. Kevin Love, under 11 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. So he's under this line 3 of the last 4 games as this role continues to decrease in this series. I told y'all game 1. He's not going to be playable. It's going to be a Caleb Love series. He's going to get increased minutes, and he's going to keep taking Kevin Love minutes away. So that's what's been happening. He had a series low 15 minutes played last game. He had like 0 points and 5 rebounds, no assists last game. I see a similar line tonight. He hasn't played more than 16 minutes in 4 straight games. So he had 16, 16, 16, and 15 last game. I won't be surprised to see him with 13 and 12. Another guy we're going to start looking at soon is Kyle Lowry. Maybe he's losing minutes because he may not be the best fit for this series, especially if Boston does what they're supposed to do and wins today. So, yeah, give me Kevin Love under his 11.5. This is a minutes play. This is a volume play, but it's also been doing well, and it makes sense with his minutes. Okay, love that play. Next, goes right with the Kevin Love. Caleb Martin, over 10.5 points. I got it at -130 on DraftKings. You can shop around. You might have been able to get a better price. If it jumps to 11.5, I'd still play it. But I like obviously the 10.5 number. He's covered this 3 of the last 4 games with a hook. Obviously, the first 2 games of the series, he's gone crazy at like 25 last game. And it's just a series for him. If Kevin Love's not going to play, they need him in there as another defender, as more of a person that could it probably helps with the rotations without trying to sound too smart basketball-wise, but he's just a better fit for this series, especially defensively, for the Heat. So 32 minutes last game, 30 minutes the game before that. I expect him to get 30-plus minutes again. He's getting open shots. And there's no adjustment, in my opinion. What adjustment are you going to make to Caleb Martin? If you start paying attention to Caleb Martin, who do you think that leaves open? That's going to leave Jimmy open. That's going to leave Strus open. There's a reason why Caleb Martin is getting wide open shots in the corner. It's a reason why he's getting wide open lanes to drive, and he's just got to finish the layup. It's a reason for that. It's because the defense is geared around stopping Jimmy, stopping Bam, getting up on Strus, not letting Strus cook, and they giving Gabe and Caleb and other guys an opportunity to eat. So I love Caleb over his 10.5 points. I just took the points. I ain't want to mess with the rebounds, even though he's gotten 4 rebounds, I think, all like his last 3 games. That's what he does. I told you a few videos ago. He's going to get about 4 rebounds. That's why I was playing his points and rebounds, just in case he had an outlier game where he got 8 or 9 rebounds. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens sooner or later. But just for now, for the sake of this video and for the sake of my bankroll, we just going to play the points and leave it there. Over 10.5 points at DraftKings, widely available. If you get to 11.5, I'd still play it there. Love it. Next, Bam, over 3.5 assists. I gave this out yesterday. I got it at -140. It's probably super juiced now. You might still be able to look at Caesars, MGM. They tend to be slow. Even PointsBet sometimes. I'd play this -145. I'll have an issue with that. And I couldn't talk you off playing this 5 assists, but that'd probably be a half a unit. But he's over both of the games this series. I think he had 5. He's at 5 and 9 or 6 and 9. He's running the offense out of the high post. If it's not going through Jimmy, if they're not doing the Gabe Vincent pick and roll, which they're not doing much of, hence us not being on Gabe and him having 0 assists last game, they're running it through Bam in the high post. And if he gets a double team, he can pass out of that. But he's hitting people with bounce passes on back doors from the high post. He's dribble handoff into some guys for threes. Him and Jimmy running a 2-man game. So I love it. I couldn't talk you off his PRA. It's just me with Bam. It's just tough for me to trust him to score. But it's obviously something about Boston that he loves. So I'm just gonna stick with the over 3.5 assists. I won't be surprised if he flirts with a triple-double again. He did this in certain games in the Bucks series, so it's not like this is out of the realm of possibility. Plus, him and Kyle Lowry, and it looked like Bam kind of took it a little personal, but him and Kyle Lowry was joking. Like, he said he was a great passer after game 1. And Kyle Lowry looked at him like, looked like, you great passer? Like, come on. Then he went out and had 9 assists the next game. Then I was watching his last night. I was looking at his game interview for after game 2, and he mentioned that. He was like, yeah, even though Kyle tried to clown me, I am a great passer. And he said it with a straight face. So, again, I don't know where they adjust there. If they continue to just let Bam do what he do, it's not like they've been doubling him every time he get the ball, and he's been killing them. And if they start doubling him more, I love to play even more. But if they just play him how he been playing, 5 and 9 assists first 2 games. So Bam, over 3.5 assists. Can't talk you off the PRA. Wouldn't be mad if you played the 4.5, but try and find that 3.5 all the way up to -150 for me. Next, more of a gut play. Tatum, over 45.5 PRA. He's over this line 4 of his last 6 games, but I ain't gonna lie to you, that's all I'm gonna give you as far as like the analytics or whatever. This just a gut play. Like, I've watched Tatum this whole playoff, and it's remarkable how he can like disappear. And it's, a lot of it is coaching, a lot of it is scheming. It's the reason why he had 8 assists last game, because he's getting double teamed. And if you getting double teamed, if you getting trapped, it don't matter who you is, unless you just about to force up a bunch of Kobe shots. Rest in peace to the GOAT. It's not gonna work, and maybe that's what he has to do. Maybe he has to get in his bag tonight like that. Coming later on the blunt money bets. But for now, give me the PRA, because I can easily see him with a nice 32, 10, and 6 game. Real simple. He tends to get these rebounds, 9, 10, 12 rebounds. The assists been crazy this series. I think he's had 6 and 9. I think he was assists away from a triple-double last game, and he picked up a lot of them just because he's getting double-teamed. So they moving him to point guard and letting him decide what he wants to do. Joe Mazzulla mentioned that after the game. They asked him about Tatum not being aggressive or not taking shots or whatever in the 4th quarter, and he was like, he had the ball the entire quarter. He played point guard for us. Tatum said the same thing. And Tatum basically alluded to, hey, we had some open shots. Basically, they ain't make them. That's what he said. They ain't make the shots. And that's the truth. He was hitting people. Brogdon was missing shots. Jaylen Brown, or what the heck he was doing, missing shots. Grant Williams made 1, but he was also missing shots. So I say all that to say this. Tatum would disappear for a 1st quarter and a 4th quarter, and still somehow you look up and he got 32 at the end of the game, and they lost. So aggressive Tatum tonight, he can go for 40, and nobody would be surprised. We seen him with his back against the wall in Game 7 when everybody thought he was trash, and he came out and did his thing. We've seen him have 0 points in the 1st quarter, practically the whole Philly series, but somehow average like 34 for the series. So I'm not worried about a slow start. I'm not worried about a slow finish. I just feel like we're gonna look up and Tatum gonna have about 30 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and 5 or 6 assists. That's just how I feel this game's gonna go. So I played Tatum over 44 or 45 and a half PRA and shop around because I got that minus 110. I look on FanDuel, they got it at 46 and a half, minus 106. I'm like their audacity, but we need that. Because if you want to play the under, hey, you can go there. But that's what I'm on. So yeah, I want the plays. Go ahead and run it back. But yeah, those are the plays, and that's just for the interest of the video, time of the video. So let's get into these blunt money bets. Actually, before the blunt money bets, real quick update. So I gave Gabe to lead the series in threes and Brogdon to lead the series in threes. Gabe was plus 10,000. Brogdon was plus 1,000. Brogdon is now plus 1,500 because he only got 3. And I think the series leader has 6, and Tatum only has 4. But Gabe is down to plus 1,000, and that's because Gabe has 3 or 4. No, Gabe has 4. Caleb and Derek White, 2 non-shooter kind of bench players, each lead the series with 6. Tatum also has 4. Strus has 5. I love the position we in with Gabe. Gabe can get hot, hit 3 or 4 or 5, and we could be looking good. Maybe be able to hedge or something like that. But that's great value. Plus 10,000 down to 1,000. Hey, let's just hopefully Gabe can do his thing, and that make it so we don't really even got to bet on Gabe threes like that. We just rooting for him to hit threes every game anyway. So that's where we at with that. As far as the assists, Gabe ain't gonna lead the series in assists. That was plus 10,000 as well. But I gave out Tatum plus 750 to lead the series in assists, and I like our chances right now. I believe Bam and Jimmy each have 13, or like one had 14, one got 13, and Tatum only has I think he has 9. Or maybe 11, because he didn't have one. Maybe at 1 the first game and 9 last game. Be that as it may, if they're gonna keep double teaming Tatum, I love his opportunities to get assists. I love it. And between Miami, you don't know who's gonna do it. Bam, Jimmy, it could be Lowry one game. So I like our chances there. So now let's get to the blunt money bets for the day. First one, some singles. Tatum to score 40 plus 650 at FanDuel. Shop around, but I think that's the best line. But yeah, Tatum to score 40. I think it could happen easily tonight. I really can. Caleb scored 20. I couldn't believe this. Plus 1,000 at FanDuel. Bro, I feel like he had 20 the first 2 games. I don't know. I know he been cashing us out. So let's keep it going. I couldn't talk you off playing his 3 threes, but they don't got 4 threes available. And I can't talk you off playing his 3 threes, but it's plus 280. I'm good on that. We cashed out his plus 650. Once it get below 500 and we already cashed once, I'll be like, I'm good, because we already, and I can't expect Caleb Martin to hit 3 threes a game. 3 threes, 3 straight games. He could. I hope he do, because we about to play his 20 plus 1,000. But I would just lean toward the points. He's getting a lot of layups. He's getting some free throws, and he might knock down some threes. So I just think that's great value. Blunt money. That's it. Nothing crazy. Just blunt money because it's great value. Same with Strus. I think Strus is going to be heard from sooner or later this series. So if you're going to give me him to score 20 at plus 950 when his points prop this series started at 13.5, I'll take it. Plus 950 for 20. Strusy, he can get hot. I think he had 13 in the third quarter in one of the games this series. In game 1, might have had 13 in the third quarter. So that kind of shows you how Strus could get down. So I love that. Hey, I'm going down with the ship. If it don't happen, it don't happen. We'll just keep losing blunt money in that aspect. But I'm taking Al Horford, 10 rebounds, plus 650. That is on DraftKings now, which is crazy. But it's plus 650 on DraftKings, and 12 rebounds is plus 1,200 on FanDuel. I'm riding with him. You basically have the same teams as last year, dang near the same coaching staffs, the same type of philosophies, and Al Horford had 13 plus rebounds 3 games in that series last year. So, hey, maybe he doesn't do it this year at all, but we're going to keep rocking with him. And hey, the numbers continue to go up. So by the time he do hit, it's going to be easier to get your money back and get a profit. So those are those. We got a few lays here. Let's start off with the lotto, plus 7,000. Gabe and Caleb to have 2 steals. So Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, each to have 2 steals. And this is on DraftKings. And Robert Williams and Al Horford to have 2 blocks. They did that last game, by the way. And put those 4 together. That's plus 7,000 on DraftKings. I love that. Also love this. Bam and Tatum to have 12 rebounds. So each of them to have 12 rebounds. Bam 4 assists. Tatum 5 assists. That's plus 1,900 on DraftKings. Love that as well. Got a nice 3-teamer here. Tatum to score 35. Bam to have 6 assists. And Caleb to score 15 points. That is a plus 3,000. And the last one that I'll give out on the show is going to be Caleb Martin and Gabe to have 10 points, and Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon to have 15 points, and that's a plus 1180. So those are the blunt money bets for the day. As y'all see, I'm targeting certain players. That's how I do my blunt money bets. I tend to target certain players, or if I see great value like Strus, I'll take it. But that's who we rocking with today. So as always, sub to the channel. The subs going up, the views going up. We about to get back on a run here shortly. NBA Finals will be here like June 6th, June 3rd, June 8th. So yeah, we ain't got much time to keep getting them, but we about to keep getting them. So y'all know the vibes, man. Let's get this bread.